Hello and welcome. Today we're going to work a little bit on our hips. So with no further ado, I will invite you to come on your back. So just rest onto your back, separate your feet wide, and allow yourself to just open your arms, this mini Shavasana, breathing in and out from the nostrils, relaxing the head, side of your hips with the palm facing up. And if you have the tendency to tense the legs, allow just the toes to move out and relax your glutes. Shoulders slightly shrug under. Start to breathe in and out from the nostrils. Invite air in. Exhaling from the nose. Breathing in, relax the hands. Fingers are not tense. Actually, they're almost curling back. And exhale. Inhale. Deepest inhale so far. Exhale, fully let go what doesn't serve you. Taking a moment here to bring attention to what you want this practice to be. An invitation for joy, meditation, presence, or anything else. Breathing in. Exhaling, sealing your intention. Inhale, knee into the chest, both of them. Hug them tight. And rock from side to side with your knee into the chest, moving gently. Starting by keeping the right knee into the chest, extending the left leg towards the front. And hug your right knee into the chest, really bringing the thigh close to your abdomen so that you reduce the space between the thigh and the chest. If you want, you can point the feet, you can flex the feet. For now, you want to feel this gentle compression into the hip that you're generating by squeezing the knee in. On the next inhalation, we send the right leg towards the sky, grabbing the back of the thigh. And here you will feel, especially if the first movement you're doing today, that feels pretty stiff. At least it is for me, since it's the first movement I'm doing into the day. And we want to imagine that we are pressing the thigh or the leg against our hands, so we're sending the heel away from us. And on the next exhalation, start to move the thigh towards your chest, like if you want to move the thigh away from your hands. So you squeeze, 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 squeeze towards the chest. When you're ready, walk the hands a little bit more high or keep it where they are. And we do exactly the same thing. So we press the shin or the thigh or against our hands, flexing the heel. I like feeling this strong connection. And then we're releasing a bit, maybe bringing the knee a little bit closer or the leg a little bit closer to the chest. And then we start by moving the calf closer to the chest. So if you want to move away your calves from your hands. So it should be very soft, maybe a minimum motion, but it's okay. Exhale, release, walk the hands wherever feel comfortable for you. And keep the head onto the ground. I know that if you took gym class at school, probably you want to bring the head close to the knee because that's what your gym teacher told you that was good. Here you want to just to find space into the back chain. So keep working there. Exhaling, release, bend the right knee and send your right knee outside of the torso, and you want to send the left leg towards the sky and pin your right knee onto the ground. So you're grabbing the outer edge of your right foot with the right hand, right knee out inside your armpit or outside of the shoulder, and your right knee is on the floor. And you send the left leg towards the sky. You can see Patrick is having a modification. Keep the right foot reaching for the sky so that you can open the hip toe. From here, start to send the left foot towards the ground without touching. Inhaling, lifting up. We do this one for other 3. Exhale. Inhale, lifting up. Last 2, moving down on exhalation. Try to move also on your own breath. Inhale, lifting up. Last one. Lifting up. We take one where we keep the heel hovering onto the ground and we stay here for 3 breaths. So notice the resistance from the other hip. Try to keep the knee aiming for the floor if it's not on the ground. If it's on the ground, keep it there. And then bring both legs together. Start to hug the knees into the chest, rock your lower back. Right leg reach towards the ground, left knee stays into the chest, and we find that compression we found at the beginning, so we try to reduce the space between the thigh and the chest or the abdominals. Gentle compression. Maybe you can hear a little bit of the birds outside here, maybe a little bit of the sound of the sea. So tune also in these sounds sometimes when you feel that the game is is up. On the next inhalation, left leg reach towards the sky, grabbing the back of the thigh, interlacing the fingers if it suits you. Right heel onto the ground. Now we start to press the thigh or the back of the thigh against our hands with the intention to lengthen, finding a little bit of this activation and relaxation to intensify the stretch. When you're ready, exhale, release, and imagine you want to bring the left leg so close to your chest that you remove the thigh from your hands. So it's an active engagement of your hip flexor, so you will feel it there most likely. Exhale, release, and see if you can walk your hands a little bit higher, maybe towards the calf, so they can stay there as long as you feel everything is good. So we start again pressing the calf or the back of the thigh against our hands, heel towards the sky. I always think about shooting a rainbow or confetti from my heel so that I can feel that strong engagement. Exhale, release, and then again you want to move the leg towards your chest, away from your hands. So it's super minimal but super intense. It's one of these things that I always say feels like you're doing nothing but you're doing so much. And exhale, release, and start now to see if you can gently bring the leg a little bit closer to the chest without forcing it. We are at the beginning of the class, no intention here to force, just to explore. The left heel stays nice and on the ground, toes towards the sky. Breathing in, exhale, bending the left knee outside of the torso, grabbing the outside of the left foot, pinning like this half happy baby, pinning the left knee onto the ground. You will see that your right hip lift, it's all right. Sending the right leg up. Like before, 4, dropping of the right heel towards the ground, so right leg up. Exhale, drop it down. If you have problem with the right and left, you're holding your left, the right is the other one. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Slow motion. Inhale, lifting up. Exhaling down. Inhale, lift. And then we keep the right heel hovering. So we bring the right heel towards the ground and you keep it hovering onto the floor, like roughly 5 centimeters. Like really feel this intensity into the front and to inside of the left hip. Breathing in, both knees into the chest, happy baby full. So from the half to the full happy baby. So opening the hip, grabbing that side of the feet, move from side to side. Inviting space into the hips. In the morning can be quite confronting, but don't let go and just linger into that sensation that your ego is dominating, so that you have to do things just that you're good at. But just feel that everything is a step towards something that might bring you way more than what you think. Inhaling knee into the chest. We prepare to rock back and forward. I'm just adjusting my mic so that I can rock back and forward. place the knee into the chest and start to place the hands behind your thigh and rock back and forth for 3 rounds. Destination, it's our tabletop position. So rock it back and forward, give yourself a nice swing, maybe a massage of the spine, cross the legs in front and land into your tabletop position. Tabletop position, inhaling here, and we start with some gentle cat and cows. Pressing through the hands, just to feel the engagement into the hands, press through the feet and find an engaged tabletop position. Just the difference compared to, let's say, a more relaxed one. Relax the hands, so find the difference. Inhaling, tailbone reach back, belly drop, chest open. Exhale, round and curve, and feel the movement transferring from your lower back, middle back, upper back, and gaze back. Protract your shoulder, press through the hands. Inhaling, tailbone reach, belly drop, chest open, like project your heart between your biceps, open, gaze up maybe. Exhale, round, again, like a wave of energy. Inhaling up, open, open, open. Exhale, round. Last two at your own tempo, so if you feel that you want to close your eyes, please do so. Rounding on exhalation. Inhaling, opening, again, feeling the sensation, arms are moving back, hands are moving back, chest is projecting forward. Exhale, neutralize. Inhaling, right arms reach up, find your thread the needle. Exhale, under the left armpit, elbow, ear onto the ground. Left arm can reach forward or towards the right hip crest. You can stay here, or if you want to intensify a bit, or just to invite a little bit more torsion, send your left foot towards the right hand. Gazing up. Just enjoy for a moment the opening of the left shoulder, the balance through the right side. If you are with the leg out, release the leg, bring it where it came from. Always we try to come back in the way that we came in. Place the left hand onto the ground, push through the floor, right arms reach up. Exhale, both hands on floor. We change, inhale, arms up on the left side. Exhale, thread the needle under. Now same variation you did onto the other side. Right arms can reach forward towards the left hip crest, or even you can send your right foot towards the left hand. Opening and really focusing on that right shoulder opening up. Breathing through the nostrils. Keeping the ear onto the ground. Exhale, bring your right knee where it came from. Right hand under the right shoulder, press through the floor, send the left arm up. Inhale. Exhale, both hands on floor. Tuck your toes, find your first downward facing dog. And we keep it a little bit in motion today, so meaning that if you want, you can move. If you feel it suits you, if you feel like it gives you something. Otherwise, if you prefer stillness, be my guest. You want to stay in stillness. None of the two is better than the other. Sometimes it's just about how you feel in that moment and what is giving you something in that particular moment of time. Inhaling, start to come onto the toes. So we take a couple of steps, or one step only, towards the front of the mat. Halfway lift as we breathe in. Exhale, folding your way. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, folding. Inhaling, coming all the way up, bending the knees. Arms are reaching towards the sky. Exhale, hands in front of the heart. Samastiti here. Taking a moment to observe already. We start to warm up a bit so that we can prepare the body for motion. Inhaling, opening the chest, arms open to the side. Exhale, hands in front of the heart. Palms pressed together, elbows slightly high. Inhale, arms are reaching up, gentle back bend. Exhale, hands on ground. Inhale, lift the chest, fingers on floor or shin. Exhale, step back, find your plank position. Press through the shoulder, legs together, tailbone under, squeeze the glutes, squeeze the inner thighs. Exhale, knee, chest, and chin. Ashtanga Namaskar, bend the elbows back. Inhale, slithering forward, opening up the chest, press through the feet. Exhale, downward facing dog. Stay into your downward facing dog, pressing through the hands. Armpits slightly looking towards each other. Inhale, engaging between the hands, your waist, stepping forward or taking a hop. And finding a fold. Inhaling, coming all the way up, arms are reaching. Exhale, hands in front of the heart, side of the hips. Inhale, arms open. Exhale, hands in front of heart. Inhale, arms reach up, open the chest, gentle back bend, engage the glutes. Exhale, down. Halfway lift. Breathe in. Exhale, step back, find your plank position. Exhale, knee, chest, and chin. Slithering forward into the cobra, opening up. Exhale, downward facing. Again, keep reaching up for the tailbone towards the sky, finding this long engagement of the spine and the hamstrings. Inhaling, coming on the ball of the feet, gaze between the hands. Maybe try to take a little hop and land the feet towards the front and fold. Inhale, come up, arms are reaching, open the heart. Exhale, hands in front of the heart, Samasthiti, side of the hips. Inhale, open. Exhale, hands in front of the heart. Inhale, reach. Again, open the heart. Exhale, hands on ground. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back. Find your plank position. Option here for your regular knee, chest, chin, or chaturanga on the floor. So bend the elbows, find your chaturanga. Rest the belly on ground this time. Roll the shoulder blades back. Press through the feet or slither forward for your cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhaling, sending the right leg up. Square the hip. Find your three-legged dog. Press through the right hand. This is optional. Patrick will keep showing the three-legged dog. Otherwise, send the left hand towards the left hip for two-legged dog. A very unfortunate dog. Breathing in. Keep the left hand side of the left hip. Exhale, both hands on ground. Three-legged dog. Inhale here, step your right foot outside of the right hand. Move into your lizard position. Option to bring the knee onto the ground or stay where you are. Pressing, if you're into your full lizard, press the hands under the shoulders and focus just on the left hip flexor. So you want this part to move towards the ground. So sometimes it's very much beneficial to bring the knee down to focus fully onto the side. Breathing in, maybe dropping the elbows down. Maybe one elbow, always the one close to the foot, just to feel a little bit where you are, or stay on hands as long as you feel sensation. Any variation will do, even hugging the shoulder under the knee, maybe coming with the forehead onto the ground, whatever feels better for you. Inhaling, lifting the chest up, pressing through the hands. Now we lift the back knee and we want to lift our right foot from the ground by simply lifting the heel from the floor. So to find this engagement, and then send your right leg up. Exhaling, stepping the right foot between the hands, bringing the knee into the chest, so avoiding momentum but pressing through the hands so the foot can pass through that little gate you create for yourself. Hands on hips, come up. Finding our high lunge, engaging the back leg, front leg is strong. Inhaling here, exhale, drop the knee onto the ground. Inhale, lift it up. Maybe just next time, don't drop it, just keep it hovering. 2, and lift, and 3, and lift up. From here, stretch your front leg for 3, bend, 2, bend, and 3. Now we stay here, And we just maybe take a little bit of a step with the back leg. So you step a little bit the back leg slightly forward. You keep the hands onto your hips and you keep the back heel lifted. So you stay on toes. When you're ready, square the chest and start to fold forward. Find your pyramid. So the back heel stays lifted. This one will imply that you put a little bit more pressure into the front leg. Hands on ground, or you can keep the hands on hips. If your knee will bend, it's kind of okay, but try to focus on the sensation. So you want to keep feeling something, it's happening for you on the back of your right hamstring. If this one is okay for you, you can stay. Keep opening the chest. So belly on thigh, open chest, and you gaze towards the point of your nose or towards the big toe with the intention of, one day I'm gonna touch you with the nose. Breathing in. When you're ready, inhale, lift the chest, bend your front knee, send your right leg up and find your three-legged dog. Breathing in, exhale, right knee towards the right elbow, slide it towards the wrist and lift it up. We do this one for 2, exhale, inhale, for 1, down and up. Now we slide it down and we find our pigeon pose. We keep it slightly more active today, so we try to fold like we do in pyramid from the belly down. So we'll be not rounding, right? But you want to bring the belly down. So if for this one, for example, you need to bring either the foot a little bit more forward or a little bit more back, it's all right as long as you feel the outside of your right hip working. So frame your right shin. Inhale, open the chest, very proud. Exhale, belly drops slowly, chest stays open until the last moment where your belly is actually touching your shin. And then you can rest maybe the hands forward and the forehead on top of the hands. Now, if this one is good for you, when you feel, you stay. If you want to spice it up, you walk your hands forward and you keep pulling your chest towards the front. Keep it a little bit more active. Inhale, walk the hands under the shoulder wherever you are. Press through the floor, take your back toes, step back, find your plank position now. You'll feel quite a difference between your right and your left. Exhale, chaturanga towards the floor. Option, cobra, that's what I will take, or up dog, your choice. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg reach up. Exhale, step the left foot outside of the left hand. Finding a lizard, bringing the right knee down. Your variation like before. Give yourself time to enter, maybe left elbow down, maybe right elbow down, maybe forehead on the ground. Breathing through the nose, focusing on that right hip flexor. Inhale, lift the chest, both hands on floor. Take your toes, lift the right knee. Left heel towards buttocks, just lift, send the left leg up. Three-legged dog. Maybe like before a two-legged dog, or Patrick will keep showing a three-legged dog, otherwise right hand towards the right hip for anybody else that joined before. Into this little bit more challenging balancing position. Maybe even taking a mudra with your right hand. Exhale, both hands down, we step the left foot between the hands with control. Placing the hands onto the hips, finding our high lunge, adjusting the hips. We're just getting awareness on our hips. 4 knee drops actually. So keep the front leg as much as you can stable, start to drop the right knee on the ground and lift up, engaging and neutralizing the lower back. Exhale, left, last one. And left, stretching the front leg, straightening up for 3, bend, 2, bend, last one, and then we move slightly the back foot a little bit closer, staying still on our toes, keep the hands onto the hips so that you can fold forward, finding your pyramid, both hands on floor. Again, chest it's open, this pulling sensation from the heart to the toes, the gaze, the drishti, nice and active. Exhale, bend your front knee, find your three-legged dog. Send the left leg up. Destination is left elbow, sliding towards the wrist. Inhaling, lifting up. Exhale, slide down. Inhale, lift. Slide and find your pigeon. Adjust your back knee if you need to. Adjust your front shin. If by any chance your left hip, you know, this is very unbalanced, means it's very elevated, grab a pillow, grab a block. We don't have those ones here, but you know the gist. Inhaling, lifting the chest, belly is folding first, then eventually touches the shin, and then you can rest with the forehead on ground, or like before, walking the hands forward, keeping that pulling sensation from the front body and the back body, participating like if you're making yourself 2 meters long, like a baseball player, basketball, sorry, baseball, I don't know if they're all 2 meters, probably not. Inhaling, lifting the chest, walk the hands on the shoulder, press through the ground, finding your nice plank position, feeling the right and left. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, finding your cobra. Knee off the ground, press and open the chest, gaze up. Exhale, downward facing dog. We work a little bit more onto the hamstrings again. We start to bend the knees and we bring the buttocks on top of the heels, like if you're entering into a loaded beast. And then you start to send the tailbone up and focusing on stretching just the legs. So the tailbone reach up, 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 up. And then you feel a little bit more stretch into the hamstrings. Exhale, let me know in the comments if it's true or not. And then send the tailbone up and focusing just to this part of your buttocks reaching up as the hamstrings stretch. Last one. And lift up. Inhaling, sending the right leg up. Exhaling, bring the knee into the chest, stepping in our high lunge. We know a little bit here, sending the arms up. Finding slightly more challenge, bend the elbows, open the chest towards the sky. Inhale, send the arms up. Keep strong front leg, exhale, open. Inhale, reach. Pay attention to the back leg, keep it solid, exhale, open. Imagine that your elbows want to meet into the back of the spine. Inhale, reach. Inhaling here. Step a little bit, maybe heel to toe, the back foot slightly closer. Prepare now with the pyramid with the heel down. So we place the hands on top of our hips. Inhale, exhale, fold. Since now we have the support of the back foot onto the ground, especially if you have widened hips, maybe you want to have like a train track position. You can send the arms behind the back, interlace the fingers and find a chest expansion as you move towards the, I would say, the right toes. Keep the arms reaching for the sky. Keep this squeeze into the shoulder as you fold over your right knee. Inhaling, lifting the chest. Bending your front knee. We hop in a warrior three with chest expansion. So a little bit of balance here. Inhale, exhale, just lift the left leg up. You can stay here now, or you can have a toppling warrior three. What will imply that you will start to topple. Wait, there is a little bit of wind here. So topple with the chest forward as the left leg reach a little bit higher. Keep the hands interlaced and don't forget that everything plays a part. Exhale, bend, lift the arms up. Exhale, both hands on ground. Finding your chaturanga, move towards the ground. Maybe this time an up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhaling, left leg up. Exhale, step the left foot between the hands. Preparing up. Finding again here the opening to the chest for three. Exhale. Inhale, arms are reaching. Exhale. Inhale, arms are reaching. Last one, find this opening. Elbows are moving towards the midline, maybe even squeezed fist. Arms are reaching up. Little heel to toe with the back foot, placing the right heel down. Interlace the fingers behind the back. Open or simply hold the opposite elbows. Breathing in here, exhale, fold. Same like before, we are leading with our heart. So squeeze the shoulder and think the heart moving close to the toes or the point of your nose, like if you had an incredible itch and the only available limb were the legs and therefore the toes. Inhale, lift the chest, prepare for toppling warrior three. Gently fly the right leg up, keep the chest expansion, and then start to hinge from the heart, keeping the leg reaching up, breathing. Lifting the right leg, pointing the toes eventually. Exhale with kindness, step back. Inhale, arms up. Sorry, losing balance. Exhale, both hands down, step back. Find your plank position. Exhale, chaturanga down. Up dog, breathe in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Destination will be onto the ground, so your chest to hop, jump towards the front of the mat, feet outside of the hands in our malasana. So come on toes, find your way. And maybe feet out. Staying here, malasana, pushing the knees out with using your elbows. Take a moment to smile, connect to the initial intention. And start to drop the hips down. We bring the knees into the chest, we find our Navasana. Any variation, so we stay 3 to 4 breaths. Take your variation, maybe it's knee bend, maybe it's leg extend. I like a lot to hold my heels and opening my chest. So every variation counts because it's your variation. And as long as yours, you work, means something to you, that's where you're at and that's who you should be. Last breath. Exhale, feet on ground. Start to direct gently the back onto the floor, rounding like if you were like entering into your cat. Place the hands onto the belly, solo the feet together, find your Baddha Konasana. Maybe your hips feel a little bit more nurtured right now. Maybe the space is different. Placing the hands on heart, on belly, both on belly or even side of the hips, whatever feels authentic to you. Something that you really like to do when you're here. We will close with a gentle twist and a little back bend with slightly activation and still are resting our hip opener. So when you're ready, place the shoulders onto the ground, feet on the floor, and keep the knees as wide as the hip. Preparation for bridge. We will enter in our number 4 on bridge. So bend the elbows at the rib cage, press through the feet. Maybe check if your heels are close enough by brushing it with the middle finger. Tailbone reach up, lower mid and upper back reach towards the sky. Pressing through the shoulders. Maybe bringing the right heel towards the left thigh. Finding your number 4, keep working on opening the hips or stay where you are. If you are in number 4, really focus onto this right hip and keep pushing the glutes so that you elevate your sacrum. So strong left glute here. Exhale, stay there, right foot on ground, left heel on top of the right knee. So again, you should engage slightly more your right glute because the left one is working on the hip opening, so can help you but cannot do miracles, right? The right one has to cover now. So keep lifting. Exhale, both feet on ground. Start to direct upper, middle, lower back on floor. Knocking the knees in, feet as wide as the mat. Take a moment here. And start to drop the knees right and left from side to side. At the back bend, always a nice way to neutralize the spine. Preparing to the final twist, so bring the knees into the chest, cross your right knee on top of the left, maybe scooping the hips onto the right side to enable the knees to drop on left. Opening the right arm onto the side, maybe bending the elbows, gazing over the right shoulder, holding the right knee with your left hand, enabling the twist. Take time to breathe in and out slowly and gently. In and into center, we change. Neutralize the hips. Opposite knees on top. Scooping the hips on left, dropping the knees on right. Opening the left elbow on side as we bend it. And finding these cactus arms. Gazing over the left side. Right hand on left knee. Breathing in and out. Inhaling knees to chest. Squeeze yourself super tight. Nose towards the knee. Make yourself small like a little ball. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. When you're ready to release, relax. Feet side of the opposite corner of the mat, toes opening out, arms rest on side of body, palms facing up. Reconnecting with the breath, reconnecting with your initial intention. The reasoning behind the practice. Staying here as long as suits you. Thank you for being with us. Thanks to Patrick for being with me today during this practice. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to comment and share. See you again soon in class. Thank you.